Hello, my name is Willow, and I'm also Billy, and I'm neither. I'm both all at the same time. This is a new show called Questioning Genders, where I'm going to be trying to answer some gender-related questions. As you may have picked up, I am not your typical cis male. I am transgender. Specifically, I fall under the category of gender fluid, where I identify as masculine and feminine at the same time without having a distinct preference for either. Although when I'm in boy mode, quote unquote, I'm very masculine, and when I'm in girl mode, I'm really cute and humble, but not really. Anyway, so the whole point of this show is going to be to try and give people a chance to ask some questions, and hopefully I can answer some of them. The first question is actually from a friend of mine named Jade, who asked a question that is very interesting, and I think that hopefully some people will appreciate the question. Give me just a second here. So Jade's question was, when did you first know that you were not cis? So let's start with an explanation of cis. So in many situations, there's a default and another, right? So in the case of cis is what we consider the default. So if you're identified as male or female at birth, and you accept that as your identity and how you define yourself, then that you would be considered cis. What happens though is that there are people who don't fit in that category, where they either choose to identify as a different sex, or no sex at all, or many at the same time, and that is a complicated process, and it's something that everybody should explore. For me, there was always an interest in, outside of the box things. I always wanted to know why I couldn't wear certain articles of clothing or certain colors, because it wasn't considered appropriate. And I did not understand that, and I didn't see the reason behind it. But it wasn't until a few years ago that I really started to have a better understanding of the dynamics of gender, in terms of, it doesn't have to be one or the other. There's, the binary that we have set up with male and female is not the end-all and be-all. We can move beyond that and look at other possibilities in terms of gender identification. So for me, it really became, because I don't really feel the need to transition. There's nothing wrong with transitioning, and more power to everyone that wants to and feels the need to, but that's not something that I need in my life. It's not something that I feel the need to pursue. So when I came across the term gender fluid, while exploring on Tumblr, that was something that I felt fit my identity, and it made sense for me that I would be able to have this fluidity in my gender, and this ability to move back and forth. And of course there's more things that could be said about it, but at this point, because this is my first time to try and get something together, I'm going to kind of wrap it up for that part, because that really does answer the question. However, I do want to put a little bit of a plug in. You can certainly find me on Tumblr at One Speaker for the Dead. I also can be found. You can also send in questions to QuestioningGenders@yahoo.com. It's new. There probably isn't anything in there right now. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that yet, but we'll hopefully get some people that are checking in and asking some questions. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of a boring video series. Anyway, have a great day, and thanks for listening.